sweet too.
Oh, I love the smell of hazelnuts. Oh.
I do.
Yeah, and the Don said, doing great. Eager to hear highlights of your trip. You go.
Okay, Yuko. So it's set. It's 9:31. We've got to get the show on the word.
9:31. Thank you so much. Yes, you love your hair. Thank you. Yes, I know. I got a 12 inches off. I feel light, right? So that's good. Thank you. So we gotta get going.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
9:32. I just kind of felt the Tessa. Look, you know, like I kind of felt the Tessa. Just like, okay, you go. Let's get going.
Yeah, you're late. You're 2 minutes late. You cannot be late.
No, time is very important. Time is very important. So today we're gonna talk about the theme is.
Hi guys, right? Could you share the real? Let people know that we're there.
Yeah.
You know,
all right.
Send it out to your friends. Let them come see us. It's over. Yuko, do you know how long we've been doing that? It's almost 2 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
When did we start?
That's a long time.
When did you start?
We start around, I think it's March.
March? Yeah. Okay. So.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so, and we have been on it all the time. Never stop, not boring, bringing out the best for everybody. So let's get this going.
Let's get going. So we're going to talk about, it's called create a highlight each day and every day, right?
Okay.
I brought this theme for this self-care because I thought that we really needed to remind ourselves, right? Create highlights, right? Each day and every day. It's so important. And Tessa said, that's really nice. And I get inspired from the book. It's called, I have to read, okay, I got it, this one too, right? It's like, I hope you can see it. I took a screenshot, right? It's a very simple book and it's called 30 Days, Change Your Habits, Change Your Life. And the author is Mark Ricklow. I'll put it the link after that. And then it's like, I was this book is very, very practical and it's easy to take it in your everyday life. Very simple. Just like Tessa is having creamy coffee, right? Something to look forward to. And then by applying it for a whole month, and you can you're gonna feel really happy. And then I wanted to share this quote from Elvis Presley. And Tessa really liked it. Yes, right? So I believe the key to happiness is someone to love, something to do, and something to look forward to by Elvis, right?
So guys, you guys got that, right?
Something to do, got that, right?
Something to do, something to love, and someone to love, and something to look forward to. So that's why you have to create a highlight in your day. Go ahead, Luke. I just wanted to repeat it again.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I wanted to ask you guys, right? And then can you pin that? What is that? Let me see.
Oh,
I don't know what.
I will pin it.
I think I have a power to pin it because I start.
Okay,
so I don't know what should I pin it. Let me.
Well, no, you can say it. You have to say the thing again. So Stacy, say it, and you will pin it. Stacy, write it out. You're there. Something to do, someone to love, and something to look forward to.
Or I can type it. No, right?
You keep talking. Somebody else will do it.
Okay. So, yep. So that's about it. So anyway, I wanted to ask you guys is what is your version of highlight of the day? I want to know, right? I want to get you guys share too. So if you don't have to share right now, but you can kind of sharing during our lives. I really want to know. And then by you guys sharing it, we can share you guys comment too, right? So Tessa, what is your highlight of your day?
My highlight of my day, here it is. You could pin it.
Yep, I'll pin it. Thank you, Christy. Go ahead, Tessa.
My highlight of my day is waking up at 4:30. That is a huge thing for me. I really love getting that early. Because once I get up that early, I know my day is going to be, I call it my magical morning. and then my day is going to be full of miracles. That's how I look at it. So my highlight of the day is to wake up 7 days a week at the same time.
7 days a week?
Yeah, I don't sleep in because the highlight has to be something that pushes you. If you sleep, you work Monday to Friday, I'm going to sleep on Saturday. By the time you wake up Saturday morning, the day is gone, and everything is left. So when I put my foot on the floor, that's my highlight. I did it. I am here. I got another chance to be phenomenal. I got another chance to do my best. I got another chance to walk into a magical time. It's magical time, and then to have miracles all day long. That's what for me.
Yeah, I like that. And then Christy said, my highlight of the day is my gratitude journal with my meditation music. I love that too. Wow. And then what Stacy said, I always get up at the same time.
But what is the highlight? The question is create a highlight each day. What is your highlight for the days? Every day you should have a highlight.
Every day.
Every day.
It doesn't have to be big.
No.
It can be simple, like Tessa. Like when she had like wake up, put the feet on the floor at 4:30. That's her highlight of the day. She knows by doing it every single day, right, Tessa? Tessa knows she can create magic throughout the day.
Yeah. The thing about, for me, the highlight of getting up at 4:30, foot on the floor, feeling the floor beneath my feet, stepping into it, gives me a choice. At that moment, I said, okay, it's 4:30, I'm up. I have a right. This is a magical time of the day. It's quiet. It's magical morning, and you jump into that magical morning. And if you are if you have a plan for it, but it's only miracles that come your way. It just works, and the more you do it, and the better it works for you.
Oh, I would imagine. It's not gonna happen if you do it like once a week, right? It's better if you do according to
look at what Christy said. Absolutely agree with me.
Yeah.
I went to sleep late, so I slept in today, which is rare for me. I feel lost and behind. You do.
Yeah.
That's
I know
experience.
exactly what she means.
It's best you have a half an hour nap in the afternoon if you're at home.
Yeah.
Or if at lunch break, just sit and close your eyes for 15 minutes out of your lunch. And bye, guys. Thank you for coming. If we haven't been telling you welcome or calling your name, not because we don't see you, it's just maybe we're in the flow of things. So I apologize if we do not greet you and say thanks for coming.
I do my best. I do my best too, right? To welcome everybody. So happy to see you guys. As I said, waking up everyone and saying to myself, good, working, gorgeous. That's sweet. That's sweet. Saying to myself, right? That's so important. How many of you guys said that good morning, good working, right? Probably she meant good morning, right? Good morning, gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's so sweet.
Good morning, gorgeous.
Yeah, good morning, gorgeous. How many of? Like, we do it, right? We practice because we are a part of Morning Blessing family, right?
Yes,
we welcome ourselves.
Look at it.
Right?
Ammon, watch Ammon's statement. He said he wakes up every morning, and if a miracle happens in my life, I'm still alive, he means. I breathe, so I give my gratitude to God every day. This is just amazing. And that can be your highlight. But there are other type of highlights you can create. Your highlight for the day might be waking up and meeting your children and seeing your kids, your grandkids, whoever you have in your life, your husband. That can be a highlight.
Yes, very much.
In the moment, if you can pause.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so true. When I wake up in the morning and I see, I see first person I see when I wake up in the morning is Buddy. I know, but my husband sleeps beside,
and you have to know, guys, Buddy is a dog. Okay.
I know my husband sleeps beside me, but I cannot say good morning. He's still sleeping. But when I walk into the living room, I see Buddy, and I just like, good morning, sunshine. I always tell him too, right? And my kids too. When
Okay,
my
well,
son's awake,
what
I
is the
always tell him
benefit?
sunshine.
What is the benefit of having, Yuko, of having a highlight each day? What are the benefits of that?
I think it's you can feel happiness.
What did the book say?
Book says is, right? So what is the book says is I didn't expect that question. But like what is the book say? He said it's like you can create your life just by doing the small things every day. So the happiness is not really hard to create.
Well,
yeah.
The thing is, I find for many of us, the highlight sets the tone for the day. So that's what Ezra just said. It does, but sometimes we look for the highlights to happen outside of us. And how many of you have changed since you started coming to the Morning Blessing and the Sunday Self-Care Show, that you realize your highlight is inside of you, you create it, you bring it out, and it's not, no one else can give you that highlight.
Nope. Nobody
of you
can
have changed looking for your highlight or the best part of your day from someone else or something else or somewhere else than you.
Stacy said it, me. Yeah, me too. Me, right? Yeah.
So you realize your highlight is inside of you.
Oh, very much. And then you know what? If we create, it's just like we are creating our own garden, and nobody cannot ruin. And it blooms. The flower blooms every single day.
It blooms every day, and the flower is inside of you. And I'm glad you used the analogy of a garden, because the garden, what did they say? Your mind is a garden, and you have to choose whether you want to sow good seeds or weeds. Which one do you want? So if you have a highlight to look forward to, that gives you, like Ezra said, that gives you
set the tone of the day. Oh, she left. Yeah, so she'll come back. Hold on. Where's Tessa? Where's Tessa? There she is. That's okay. So I'm completely, here you are. Here you are.
I am. Yeah. Okay. So what does that do to you when you realize you have that highlight? Ezra said something. Can you find what Ezra said? It made sense.
Set the tone of the day.
It says
that's what she said.
The tone for the day.
For the day. And then Stacy said, I am a completely different person. And then and Christy said, it is within me. People will disappoint you even and intentionally. We need to have it within us. I totally agree.
You have to have it within us, but when we have our highlights within us and we know the highlight, so those of you who have done that and got that type of result, let me hear that what you have to say. If you have had this fabulous highlight and you're so excited about your highlight and you share it with someone and that someone turn off your light, how do you cope with that?
That's you know what? That's a great question, because it can happen all of us everyday life. So we just we like so happy and okay, we're just we wake up and happy, but somebody says negative things. When we turn news on, like you always hear negative news and just right? But we have to know how to turn it on. Me, by moving.
Okay. But if it's a human being that you talk to, if it's a friend, if it's a family member, I had a friend, and I have a friend, she always cooked this amazing meal. And the husband at that time, when she would say to him, do you like it? And his answer would be, I am eating it, and something like that. I am eating it. He couldn't give a compliment and say, yes, I enjoy it. He would say, I'm eating it. So he used so many more words to put her down rather than to say, I am enjoying it. And she shared those stories. She said she would be making something, and he said, he would say, and she said, do you like the drapes? If I could sew, I would do it much better than that.
Mm-hmm.
It couldn't
Oh
be
yeah,
the
there are always
compliment.
those people around.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
I understand.
how do you cope with that? How do that hurt her to the point that she told me about it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
I would
how would you cope with that?
I would probably, in my thing is, the things I've been doing is just keep practicing simple routine, like makes you happy.
It's the person, right? Telling
Yeah.
you are not good enough. How do you cope with that?
So I built the muscle
Good.
by practicing.
I was waiting for that word.
Oh, okay. I felt it, Tessa. But by building a muscle, keep practicing simple things, just like wake up in the morning, like here you are, sunshine, right? Or having a creamy coffee. That's so special, right? Or once in a while, like Tessa does it, Sunday morning routine. She takes a special bath. She takes the time, just something. And then that really helped to build a muscle.
And Marina, yeah, you have to, the thing is that if you have a highlight, when we have a highlight, we are so excited about it that sometimes we cannot even contain ourselves. We have that one highlight and you match somewhere with it and we got busting, and it's like a child who got 100 at school and coming home, Mom, I made 100% in school. And you say, oh, okay, I'm cooking dinner, no time for you. So, but you see what I mean? That was this person's highlight, and you push it aside. And then you have all these highlights around you. And we do not take the time to promote people's highlight. Like your children you raise a successful set of kids. Who are you? Or your kids are doing well. And you have to turn around and say to them, hey, I really appreciate what you're doing. I like, say it. It's one thing to hear it. Go back and celebrate the highlights. So you teach them to celebrate the highlights of others. You know, it's always a lesson. So when we create our highlight and somebody takes my highlight down, you know what I say? You know what? I did the best. I did my best.
I did my best.
I did my best.
I love it.
But sometimes, when we have this big highlight and a small highlight, you did something like, you know what? I figured out something at work. I had this horrible customer. The first person I walked in, I picked up my phone, I called her, and I brought her down, calmed her down, all of that. And you're saying that to a friend, and they just go, like that. That takes away the energy of your highlight. Although you're sharing something you did and you're feeling good about it.
Oh, of course,
So when you have a highlight and you celebrate it, you have to remember at the end of what that person is saying, you said you did your best. That is why you hear your words. So if the person put you down, are you going to say, well, you know, I was really trying.
Try is not,
but it's the way you cannot say trying like you can say I did my best. There's no way you can say that. The energy is
not even doing it, right?
But when a person puts you down, we have the tendency to go down to them and say, I know but I was trying, I really thought it, and you have a long, stupid, halting explanation. But like you said,
I can even feel the energy change.
Yes, right? The energy changes. Your highlight is no longer a highlight. You're trying to justify that you tried. You just said that. You have to build the muscle.
Build a muscle,
You build the muscle by your words. So when the person says to you, well, what are you talking about? That was really something silly, la, 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 la. You go, you know what? I did my best. I worked it and I did my best. But if you fall into the trap of being afraid to give you a compliment and say, girl, I really like how you handle this. You know, that was great. And they can't say that. And you try to see if you can get them to see you did something good by saying, but I tried, I was trying. You cannot do that. You're giving them control. Here goes the key out of your hand into their hand, and they have created this change your day. They take the key from your hand, and you actually, because you didn't train the muscle to believe that you did your best.
I agree. That reminds me, you and Cyrus, that live too, right? You have to protect your own peace and talking about the key. That's so important. You have to build a muscle to hang on to your key. Like, don't let it don't give it to the key. Are you reading?
Yeah, because the minute you agree with them, or you kind of trying to balance your conversation with them, you have lost your highlight.
Yeah.
The minute you cannot celebrate your highlight anymore. No, like Christy said, you have to go find somewhere to meditate to get your groove back. You have to, like Ezra said, you have to self-talk to the mirror. You know you're better than that. You have work to do. So although you have a highlight and you're proud of your highlight, you have to choose who to share it to. What do you think of that?
That's, you know what? I 100% agree with you, Tessa. You have to choose, right? You just don't share it if the people put you down, right? That's why I love to come morning blessing your life. And that's why people wanted to come Self-Care Sunday, because we can share it, we can elevate, right?
That's what we have to do.
Yeah.
We have to elevate each other. It doesn't matter who the person is, where the person is from, what they have to say. Like when Aman comes and he calls us all these beautiful names. And today he said he's so grateful and he gives God thanks for his changes in his life. When we met Aman 2 years ago, he would hear the chimes, he'd call them bells. It was a different Aman to the one that he is today.
Yes.
It was
very much
amazing.
Yeah. I can see Aman built muscle too.
He did.
Yes.
Because he writes complete sentences. But we encouraged him. We told him it's okay. Share what you have to share. And your highlight is important. That highlight is so important. Your highlight might be today, I am going to go to work, and when I get there, I'm going to complete those things that I've been pushing behind and leaving it for something else. And you can come home and say, oh, I had the best day. I decided to work on all those things. And the person you're telling this story to, what you mean? My day was rotten. What is so good about the day? Or you walk in and you say, hello, good morning. And what is good about the morning?
Oh. I know. Oh, that's another day.
It's just another day. It's never just another day. No. And your highlight is up to you. What is your magical morning like? That is the question we have to ask ourselves. And our highlight can come from our morning routine or from our morning practices.
Routine. Yep, I love morning. I admire and I worship. I nurture my morning routine too.
You see, here's the word. Here's the key word. That highlight, if it's so important to you, you have to wrap it up, nurture it, take care of it, because you want it to stay with you for the entire day. It's the thing that brings you up to a different level.
Very much.
One negative word in the morning. Stacey said one negative word in the morning can read. You read that one. It seems like it was a really good one.
Yes. One, you want me to pin it too?
No, just read it out.
It says, Stacey said, one negative word in the morning. Can you ruin the day?
Can you ruin your day? It can ruin your day.
Can ruin your day,
I always ask you, that is why before I didn't know of this book, but I always said for years and years of doing the morning blessing, I always said, greet yourself in the morning before you go out in the day.
That's super important.
That is like covering yourself, Put in that's your insurance policy for the day. Your insurance.
Your
insurance is negativity. The person that is not seeing the bright light that is shining through you, the person that cannot get past your face to hear your message, because it's just you're talking about something that's important, that's a highlight, and that person is not able to see it. But if you know you're amazing, you're worthy, you're enough, you can do your best, and you have told that to yourself in the mirror this morning, I mean, just accept it. Because that's your insurance policy for the day. I know when we first say to greet yourself in the morning, we were all feeling, Oh, yeah. And some people say, Tessa-Marie, that is so funny. It's really weird to say hi to yourself in the morning. I say, you go, hello, you sexy, living human being. Hello, you absolutely gorgeous person. Hello, handsome. And when you said that, it seems silly at first, but after a while, you start getting into the groove of it.
Yeah, yeah. You can start getting used to it.
And when you
keep repeating,
get used to it, you start to change. You actually go out of your way to see what is lovely about you.
Yeah. Well, I'm so used to it. Say it's like to myself, like, good morning, gorgeous, right? Even if I can say that, it's like my hair is like messy, my eyes are puffy, right? Even if that, it's just like brushing my teeth. It's just like without thinking. It's just like automatic.
Yeah, it is. The more you practice it, and you smile, you go, hello, sweetie. That's what I said to myself in the morning. I go, good girl, nice sleep. That's all that I said to myself in the morning. So your highlight, you must showcase it yourself. You have to believe in your highlight before you take it out to the world. You have to do that.
Yeah, that's so important, right?
You need to cover your highlight, protect it. Like, what did you go say? Nurture it. Nurture that highlight, because you give it away and it does not come back. And when it comes back, it's all bruised and battered, and you will not even recognize it.
That's right. And then Christy, I wanted to share the comment. She said, this is a great tip. And I don't watch the news, especially in the morning. Too negative. That's a good tip.
I don't make, when I touch my phone to get home, it's quarter to 8. And if I see somebody's message, I do not bother or get to it later. And I know people expect me to respond, but my phone is not the most important part of my day. It is my morning. It is my morning to get myself in gear.
Yeah, that's true.
And to savor those things. To savor it, because really, all of the news that comes on in the morning at 6 comes on all day long, all through the day. Same news, no change, same people, different salary band. That's all it is. Or same different faces, different salaries. Bringing the same thing. Canada, the US, and the rest of the world, same thing.
Same thing. So yeah. So go ahead.
What does the news do to you? It's okay. Christy said it's negative. Where does it take you?
Take to like sometimes like not the place I'm not supposed to do, negative place.
Yeah, it takes you.
Take my energy away. Take my happy energy.
Your energy.
It's harder to bring it back. It's more work to bring it back.
It's more work.
So I don't read like you know, Tessa and I, and I'm sure you guys were doing same things. We wake up in the morning, we take our time to do morning routine. And we will not let those negative news to ruin our morning. So
somebody said to me, she wants to know what's happening in the world. I said, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to know. You don't have to do it as soon as you get up.
No. I sometimes, I don't read the news. I don't watch news. And I have clients, right? I do it. My clients sometimes said, especially my elderly clients, they read news, they watch news, it's like 24/7 almost. So they say, some of my clients, they said, you have to watch news. You have to read newspaper. You have to know what's going on. And then when they tell me, and then you know what I tell them? That everything I hear from important person. And you're the one bring your news to me. That's all that matters to you. Thank you.
So Ceci said somebody will tell you. Someone will tell you. Because
always tell you.
You have to watch. You know, your mind is your mind is a garden, and you have to watch what you're planting in it, especially first thing in the morning. You see, but you see, Christy, they watch it because they have nothing else to live forward to. They decide that I am retired, I'm going to sit around all day. Yet, their highlight could be to try to walk and move around. And my highlight is there's a station I like. And yesterday I was talking to my cousin, And in the middle of the conversation, he started singing, I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. And I said, you know, I love that song. And we started talking about the song and other songs of the same thing. And that song, when I hear it, oh, there's another one. I forgot all of them. But I love that particular, every move you make, that one, I love that.
Oh, I know what you mean. That's the Police.
Yes, and one is by Foreigner.
Yes, that Police.
Yeah,
it's
so
Police.
So
yeah.
when I hear that, I stop. That's a big highlight for me. And everybody knows I like Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, but I only like his version, the original version.
Oh, okay.
So
I gotta check it. What is it called? Hallelujah?
Hallelujah, but it's by Leonard Cohen. And you get it on YouTube, but it has to be the one where he's in London. He's in England, and watch his face. And
I will.
That's when I hear it, I stop to listen, highlights. So all through the day, what I'm trying to say is not only one highlight.
No. Nope.
You have 16 hours through the day. So you should have more than one highlight. Find your highlights.
Yeah.
Because you guys all know it makes you happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, find those highlights because it brings joy into you.
Yep.
So it doesn't have to be one highlight. My one big highlight is waking up, feeling the flow. Boom. That's my big one. Mm-hmm. And all through the day, I look for small ones. And some of them are huge. And they bring a smile to my face.
Oh, yeah. Small ones are amazing. They are amazing. And they are everywhere, actually. Like say, maybe watch the sunrise. Go outside and just, breathe the fresh air.
I have a crazy highlight I would like to share.
What?
So, you're doing something and you pick up, let's say you pick up rice or flour or you're cooking or something in the bathroom, you pick a lotion and crash, it falls to the floor. What do you do? To me, that's, how I look at it as a highlight. I go, so that's
I'll
where you
cry.
want it to be. So I look at it and I look at the floor and I go, so that's where you want it to be? Okay. I laugh and I walk away.
Really?
I actually walk away. I said, you can say that, I'll be back.
Because that made you laugh, right?
I laugh at it. I laugh at me behaving that way. I laugh at myself behaving that way. Because the first thought when something falls from your hand,
scream.
You swear, right? You get angry. I don't. I say, fine, that's where you want to be, knock yourself out. And I walk away. Remember, I talk to myself. That's how I treat it. I just said, good spot for you. Bye. And I walk from the kitchen. I don't care. I just walk away. And I go get another bottle of cream. And I just leave it down. I'll come when I'm ready.
Yeah. So it's still there, right? It's still there. It waits you.
So why
it doesn't go.
It's too late now. It's too late. I was careless. That's why I dropped why I wasn't thinking or I was trying to multitask. Maybe hand is doing one thing and brain is somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So
I know what you mean.
Create a highlight out of a disaster.
Yep.
I just look at it and I go, okay, you're right. We had a neighbor who came over one Christmas and he was already drunk when he came over.
And he was already drunk?
He was already drunk. And then my husband gave him wine.
Okay.
And me, I only use fabric napkins. And you know that, right?
Yep.
And it's
no paper things at Tessa.
No paper things. And the bright green napkin, he spilled wine all over it. And of course it stinks. So he's got like, so I said, no. I said, just relax. The napkin was thirsty.
I love the way you put it.
What can we
napkin
do?
was thirsty.
Yeah, the napkin was thirsty. So leave it alone. Walk away.
Yeah.
So that can be a highlight.
Yeah.
You lose it when you get angry and you start getting upset about the situation that is no longer controllable by you.
Yes, that's so true. And you know what? That's really great to put it at. You show the example because, like, you decide. Some people, I decided to, I'm going to create the highlights, and then those things happen.
Yeah.
So like that's the time. It's a the challenge. It's a challenge comes, and then you can laugh at it, right? Mm-hmm. That's like you just like you made it.
Yeah, you
done.
Yeah. Good for you. You
Good
chose
for you.
What you want it to be. Like, and you, away. And come, that doesn't mean you never go back there. You go back and you say, okay, I'm ready now. Okay. You talk, because you need to, in the mess that you just create, you need to find a highlight. My friend Colleen has a dog.
Yeah.
And it's just impossible from what I can hear. The dog knows there's 4 people in her household. It knows what Colleen will do. Or is it 4? Yeah. So it knows that it will go to Colleen for certain things. And even if it's not time, so she's just, she's having a conversation. Then the dog is responding.
Yes.
I can hear the dog. She said, no, I'm not going to feed you now. It's not time to eat. And the dog is having its own conversation with her. She said she listens only to the dog, granddaughter. She has no time to listen to the grandson. She doesn't go falling asleep until the older son goes to sleep. And so this dog, so I said to her, that is enjoy. She said, yes, it's worth it. And the dog will push her out of her chair so he can sit in her chair.
Oh, so sweet.
I forgot what kind of dog it is, but it's amazing to listen to her talk to the dog. It's like they're two having a conversation and the dog is responding.
Yeah.
So she gets her highlight because it's a nuisance. It digs up everything in the garden, but she still gets a highlight.
Oh, very much.
Because she's enjoying that.
Yeah.
And
you know it when you're enjoying. You know it, right? You
yes. So your highlight has to be something that you are enjoying.
Yeah.
And like you said, nurture it.
Yeah.
And so when you have a highlight, when you come across a challenge, do you see a highlight in the challenge?
I can see that because I built a muscle.
You build the muscle. What is the muscle that you build? What is that muscle called?
It's muscle called. I don't know. What is it called? I haven't named it yet. I don't know.
My muscle is I did my best. My muscle is I did my best. Christy says I do.
Okay.
So my muscle, I said, you know what? I did my best. Too bad for you if you're not satisfied. So it's the same thing. When you have a highlight and you share it and the person puts it down, your response has to be, I did my best. So that is a strong muscle. So sometimes I have to meditate first to see the highlight. Yeah, yes, because
that's really great idea, Christy.
That is amazing.
Give yourself a pause, right?
Yeah, a pause. You stop. Meditate to see the highlight. What about when you think this is going to be you're working on something, goal setting journal, you're creating something, and you decide this is going to be my highlight. And when you get what you asked for and you find all the faults in it, what do you do? Do you still see it as a highlight, or do you concentrate on what it is you do not like?
I still see the highlights because I need all those, like, I put it like Canadian diamond. I can just, that highlight is, I always see it's Canadian diamond. So I just I get another diamond, right? So
you look through, I look through it.
Yeah.
You know, like some people do that with human beings. They wanted this person, they chose them, they married them, they couldn't wait to get into bed with them and all of that and live a happy life after. And then some things show up that is not what was in their plan. Do you forget the love, what was your big highlight, and only see the things you don't like? That is the question. Or do you try to go in, like you said, and dig for that diamond? You know, there's a diamond in there.
There's a diamond in there. Yeah. There's always
diamond.
Well, the diamond comes from like what is called coal, right?
Yeah,
and then you have to
under pressure. Pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the diamond comes from pressure, creates a diamond.
Yes.
Pressure.
Oh, it's called pressure? Okay.
It's pressure that creates the diamond. Constant pressure on that cold rock, and it creates the diamond. Did for the diamond. So what you have to say is, people say, I thought it was going to be a great relationship. I thought it was a great place to work. And when I got there, it was not. Do you hate the person? You hate the situation? You hate the car that you bought that is now a lemon, or you hate the house, you hate the neighborhood? Or do you take the time and said, I know there is a diamond in there. I need to, what do you do? How do you cope with that? Come on, ladies, men, everybody, tell us what you do.
Tell us what you do. But before while people get a comment, I always look for, I can see something shine. It's everybody has shiny stuff too, right? So I always look for it, or I can see it. So Christy said, concentrate on good, concentrate on the good of others. Always look for improvement in myself. Personal growth, always. And then Stacy said, that's a hard question. If you haven't gone through that,
but
right? That
Tracy, yes, you have that answer. You have gone through it. Because sometimes we all go through it. We just do not recognize we're going through it. Because you might have thought, oh, this is an amazing, look, Dawn said, like others have said, I look for the good in the situation. Yeah. Yes, that is
perfect. You can always find it.
There's always the diamond in there. Although at the time when you were thinking of it, you didn't see that there was going to be some coals before the diamond comes surfacing. You just believe, I know it's going to be a good thing, good relationship with this friend. And then you find out, holy shit, there's only rough. But the thing, when that happens, if it's like that, I say, you know what? Now I know better. Now I know what to do. Now I know what is happening here. Yeah. So like Dawn says, if you think of the good, positive things we had at that time, that's what it is. You have to think of the times when you were happy in it. That's your diamond.
Yeah. You know what? That's really nice, as I said, because when she put a comment, I just kind of reminds me the day me and my husband, the day we got married, and then I promised to the God, and then I do that. I always kind of reminds me the moment. That's good, positive. You have right
to remember. I tell that to people because Valentine's Day, you hear so many stupid comments from people about
you said stupid comments.
Yeah, there were stupid comments. Oh, a person should celebrate Valentine's Day every day. And I said, then it doesn't make it specifically Valentine's Day. Then it's just another day.
That's right. If it's every day, yes.
Yeah, and then they said, well, it's another day. Yeah. So that person obviously forgot what brought the two of them together. That person took your breath away. Okay, fine. No, you need to give that person your breath because they have no breath left in them. So it's like there's always a highlight. You had a horrible relationship, but you guys together conceived children. That's the highlight of that relationship. That is a highlight. Yeah. And when things get tough, you look at the kids that came from that relationship and say, wow, I am so fortunate I have these amazing highlights in my life. If it wasn't for the other person, you wouldn't have that highlight.
Nope.
Sometimes you have a horrible son-in-law, daughter-in-law, and your children break up or whatever. But the results was this amazing grand person in your life, grandchild, grandson, granddaughter, grandpa. You know what I mean? That's the highlight. Yeah. So no matter what we're going through, we have to find the highlight. Yeah. That is what will sustain us on this journey called life. The highlight.
Yeah. And then I think that's just like exercise. The more you practice, the better you're gonna be good at it.
The more you're going to see, is the more highlights you'll see. The more you say, there is a highlight here. I know there is good coming out of this. Even when you prepare a meal and you add salt and you say, this thing is salty. My highlight is get some potatoes and pour in there so that it can absorb the salt.
That is a great idea.
That's the highlight.
Yeah.
You know, so
there's always, you can always find.
There is always a highlight.
Yeah.
The point is we sometimes forget to take the time to dig for the highlight. We want the highlight to be in our face all the time. And we spend time criticizing the situation, forgetting that situation has a highlight.
Oh, yes.
Every situation, yes. And sometimes we're criticizing the situation in front of the highlight.
Yeah.
The highlight is there, but oh no, we have to take this situation.
The poor highlight.
Yeah.
I'm sure highlights just like, I'm in front of you, you're criticizing. I am so sad.
Yeah, you can.
I'm sure.
You can.
Yes.
Why do read what Christy said?
Oh, which ones? The newest ones?
Yeah.
The recent one. My highlight of my 2 miscarriages is that it brought me my youngest, who is our sunshine. Oh, yes. So sweet.
So she had 2 devastating miscarriages. That is not fun. Yes. But the third one was the big highlight. The third pregnancy after the 2, there it showed up. So there is a lot of highlights, and the more we concentrate on the negative things, is the worse it gets. So the highlight, you wake up, you, like you said, create it, find it, do some work on the highlight, and say, what is my create it? Your highlight could be you have a lovely home. Your highlight could be the mortgage payment went through today.
Oh yeah.
There is a big highlight. Your mortgage payment was paid, and you're ignoring that and not celebrating it. And there's so many highlights that we have to find. Create it. Okay, my highlight is I have a credit card and I can buy some food to eat based on the credit. Highlight. You have to pay it back. But if you did not have the credit card, you couldn't do it.
No.
You see, so it's not only, those practical highlights.
No.
And that is when you sit down with your creamy coffee and you think and you say, great. You know what? I'm so good. I look at my account today and the mortgage payment went through. And you sit, that is a highlight. Because you know what the choice is. If you do not have it, what would happen? Somebody said something, I don't know, whenever I touch the screen it goes, is that Marina, read Marina's on.
I am a third blessing in my, I am a third blessing in my parents' life.
Yeah.
My mom lost 2 babies before me. I am the jewel that survived.
You see,
that's amazing.
Can you believe you know that?
Wow.
Can you believe you consider calling yourself a jewel? Who can take that away from you? That's what I love. Use your words to empower you and to make others realize you are special. Instead of saying just. That word, if I could just turn it around, I would turn it around. Just. So this is amazing. I am the jewel that survived.
Yes. Stacy said beautiful. Yeah.
It is. So that's what I mean about your highlight. Your highlight is there. The point of it is that we live who we are and we go out into the world seeking for highlights that do not belong to us.
That's right.
You know how we do that? We imitate people. We wish.
Oh, imitate people.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is looking for a highlight. Like when people talk and they go, much love, that just astounds me. What is yours? What do you have to say? You can change. You can say, I'm sending lots of love to you. It takes more words, but it's now you have something. Like Marina said, I am the jewel that survived. How can you down that person? How can you make that person feel bad? That they are the jewel that survived. Who can touch that?
And then Marina said, and my mom is of Amazon strength.
Of course. Of course. That's why when I say, when somebody tells me, Tessa-Marie, I can't, I said, no, you have Michael Jordan level talents. Go find it and build the muscle. You can, so create your own highlight. That just means you have to choose something to do, someone to love, and something to look forward to. The present moment, the day. Like I know my friend Colleen looks forward to the Sunday self-care show.
Thank you.
She looks forward to it. She tells me, she tells her whole family, be quiet.
Nobody else cannot make a sound.
No, they cannot breathe. Nobody, even the dog has to go hide in a corner. She said, they feel the energy. It's grandma's time. Move, everybody. You know, that is her highlight. That is her highlight every other Sunday.
Wow, that's so nice.
So your highlight is not, it doesn't have to be big and audacious. Like Marina's highlight is amazing. It's huge. But how many, and Christy's highlight is again big. She created this sunshine, she said. After 2, you know how hard it is to have a miscarriage. I never had any, but I have seen people who have had it, and it's awful.
Yes.
It can destroy you. And for them, like, you need Amazon strength to say, let's try this again. Yeah. You know, and to try it, and then the thought, the energy it will take to be cautious, to be aware. And sometimes they tell you go lie in bed for 9 months.
Yeah. So, yeah, that happens to my family member. Yeah. Yeah.
I took my mom 10 years from first baby to me. And my mom has bright light like Tessa. Thank you. That's a compliment.
That's sweet.
Woo, woo. What a big compliment. Are you sure I can carry that? That is a huge compliment. I don't know. I'm going to take it, but I think I have to build some muscles for that.
You're going to build more muscle? I thought you have like
well, enough. It's not for that. No, look at what Maria poured on me. And my mom has bright light like Tessa. Compare me to an Amazon woman who gave birth to a live birth after 10 years and 2 miscarriages. That's a lot to carry.
Oh, very much.
That is my highlight for today. I just got my highlight. I got another highlight.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Your highlight will come in all shapes and sizes. This is huge. This is huge. But there are other highlights that come and they're not as big, but they're all the same.
Yep. They're all the same. Just like having a creamy coffee.
You just have that, aren't you? And you're going to let go of my creamy. It's all done.
Oh, no. I wanted to have one too. You drink them all?
I drank it all, yes.
But it doesn't have to be huge. Like, no. You know, like, you can just, it's, when you pay attention to it, right? When you start to look for it everywhere.
It is everywhere.
It's everywhere.
It is everywhere. Yeah. It's because we, again, like you guys, Christy and Stacey and all these guys said about this negative news thing. Like your customer that comes in, an older customer, and you said but somebody can introduce them to a new highlight. Somebody can says, why don't you go for a walk with your friend down the street? You know, I told you about the 2 older gentlemen that was on the lower end of the street. Once his house was right on the bluff, that was Mr. Curry, and Eric's house was on the left. And because I wear hats in the winter, I have winter hat going downtown to work, and summer I would have a summer hat. So they could see me catching the bus every morning. Mr. Curry comes out of his house as I'm walking, and he's waving and his cup of coffee in his hand. And then Eric is, oh, here you are. And they come and they flank me on either side and they're chatting with me. And then one day Mr. Curry said, we look for you every morning. And then his wife said, yes, I don't think he sleeps at night.
Oh.
And it, you know, but that was their highlight.
Wow, that's
if I
didn't
see them, I would say, well, I wonder what happened to them. You know?
Yes.
And so that is something. That was for them chatting with me. And then my husband said to me, you know why they're doing this, right? I said, well, he said, they just love women with hats. All men like women with hats. I said, I don't care. It makes me smile, and they're having fun. They make sure I get on the bus. It's 6 o'clock in the winter. It's dark outside. I have my 2 older men, one on each side, chatting me up, sipping on their coffee.
Oh my God!
That
the man
was
on
their
each
highlight.
side, right?
But look at what it did. It left me with amazing memory. I used to call him Mr. Curry because he was so much older, and Eric was just Eric. He was older, but not as old. And it left me with this. Nobody can take those memories away from me. So if somebody says to me, I do not like your hat, I go, who are you? Who going to judge my hat?
That's
Mr. Curry and Eric loved my hats.
That's right.
You know. So your highlight is where you are. You can always find it.
Yeah.
Watching my boys listen to this today. Oh, but there you go.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you. So your highlight has to be where you are. It is there.
I love that. Yes.
Open
It
the
is there.
cupboard, open the fridge, and it's a full fridge of food. Highlight.
Yeah.
Make that your highlight. You know what? I have a choice. What am I cooking today? I can have chicken, I can have beef, I can do this. Or maybe I'll just order dinner. That's a highlight.
Oh, very much. Yeah.
And it's really
because something to looking forward to.
That.
Yeah.
Huh? Go ahead.
Something to looking forward to, right?
It's a highlight.
Yeah.
And you have to prepare yourself for those amazing highlights. So ladies and gentlemen, if there are, what did you think of Yuko's creating of a highlight? Are you going to look for a highlight every day? So we can always ask you, what's your highlight today?
Yeah. What's your highlights today? Oh, you know what? After I post on this, our Instagram,
Arman said no, is his highlight.
Nice. No. Like even if you can put a comment on our post.
Yes.
Right. We would love to hear from you guys too. Right.
Yeah.
As I said, absolutely. And Dawn said, Dawn said, certainly, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Could try to see and see how you feel. Let us take a challenge for the whole week and see if every day you can find a highlight.
Yeah.
Like for the next 2 weeks, you have 14 days of highlights. Maybe we can remind them every morning when we do it or at night. Did you remember to find your highlight today?
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
Yes.
Like, it's sharing comments, just getting more power. It creates a powerful energy.
It gives you something to think about. My highlight today. You don't have to only share it now. You can come and say, out of the 14 days,
grab a highlight.
And name your highlights. Grab a highlight. I like the say. She said, grab a highlight. It is true.
It's everywhere. It's like,
so you can grab your highlights. Your highlights are like fireflies on a dark night. That's your highlight. Find them.
I know, like, Stacey and I, we have common a glass of wine.
Grab a glass of wine. Highlight.
And Marina said, Japan really refreshed you, Yuko. You got highlighted in Japan with the dose of family love.
That's what she got. You saw her, right? So grab your highlight.
You know it.
Here's my highlight. Which is your highlight?
Yes.
So I had a great highlight. I soaked in the tub and lectured a friend for hours yesterday. And that was amazing. So you're glowing. Yes, she is glowing.
Yes.
Isn't really grabbing it from the air. I grab my highlight. I can see them.
Yes.
Those highlights are all around. Okay, think of your highlight. Your son, my highlight sometimes is when my son goes, okay, Tessa, that's it. Enough from you, Tessa. Enough from you. When I'm telling him something. And to me, it's a highlight because he's taking the time to actually know what my name is. So to me, it's great. I like that kind of highlight. And I like the highlight of when your sons grow taller than you and they walk into the room and they put the arm around your shoulder or they ruffle your hair or they pushed you and say, Mom, or my son would be standing there and I said, get me a roll of paper towel. He would say, okay, Mom, it's coming, touchdown. He throw the paper towel at me. And
I love that kind of relationship.
Highlights, because he's no longer here. So when he was a teenager at home, he was doing all these things with me, highlight, and he will remember. I remember those because now he's not here. So when he was sat at the bottom of the stairs and take a roll of paper towels, I asked him to get, and he said, "Hey, Mom, it's coming." And if I miss, he goes, "Oh, that wasn't good, Mom. You're not good." So all of these highlights, when you cannot find your present day highlight, go look for your past highlights and celebrate them.
You can taste again and again and again, right?
It's part of the process of the journey called life. The taste is different every minute.
Every minute, yes. And then can I take a moment and then it's the friends sharing their highlight? Like Aman said, 365 days. I try to speak English and learn Japanese characters. Amazing. And then what Stacey said, you are a highlight. Oh, that's sweet. Right?
Marina said, my highlight is going to treat me a Johnny to a nice vegetarian meal at Kensington Market. Oh, I love Kensington Market.
I love Kensington Market.
I love Kensington Market. It's the best.
We gotta do a tour.
You know, we should go to Kensington Market and do lives while we're there and chat. And
that's gonna be wild.
Oh yeah, we have to have a selfie stick. Hey, we're at Kensington Market. Would you like some smoked salmon? A Jewish delicatessen. When my sons attack me, go sing and dance. That is Tracy's zone. Anybody else?
Of course. Stacey always sing and dance. But I see her like reels.
Yeah, that is why on Friday night, on girls' night, when she said she was getting an energy drink, it was so funny. Both Chris and I go, no, don't touch the energy drink.
That's right.
It was so funny.
She don't need extra boost that night.
But it was funny. I said it and I realized Christy's saying the same thing, like, no, don't touch the energy drink. You don't need anymore.
Not anymore.
Funny. And and we really gave Stacey a hard time on Friday.
Love Stacey.
Here we go.
Her highlight, yes.
Stacey, it's 10:30. Put the wine away.
Really?
She said wine. And so that is her latest. Go and sing and dance. Oh no, here we go. We're not taking you. No. Put that energy drink down. And
but you know what? Talking about Stacey, she wanted to share. She wanted to be our self-care Sunday show in the future.
Yeah.
She wanted to share about amazing product from Savvy too.
Yeah.
Right?
She can do that. She
can join us energy drink and collagens, right?
Energy drink. And if she has the energy drink while she's talking, we will know. Because she will hit the ceiling and come down again, up and down.
She's not allowed to drink, but she can just show her,
well, she has
her product.
To sip on it, and the energy will go up and up and up, and she'll be stuck in the ceiling, and we have, where is she?
We'll always find her. But sometimes the world needs Stacey's energy. There are so many people, their energy is down, right? So we need sunshine. All right, Stacey?
Yes, you need that energy.
Yes.
So guys, don't forget, I'm going to send you an email. It's important that we have a short talk about it today.
Okay.
Yeah, so give me
I'll check it.
So, it's 10:30, so if we can do 12, if 12 is too late, we can do 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I can send the link, and those and come. She's perfect for the energy drink. They'll be like, oh, I need that drink to have her energy. Yeah, she doesn't have to drink it. She just has to be it. I agree. What he said.
And then Marina said, Nama is the best. Oh, best machine to make energy drink. What is Nama? Nama?
Nama.
That's kind of the Nama.
Marina, you have to explain further.
What's Nama? I have to Google?
Don't tell us we have to Google. We do not want to go to the librarian called Google is always confusing.
I know.
It's like when my friend went to the dentist and she said, Google said, and he said, I do not take prescriptions from Dr. Google.
Dr. Google, yes.
Dr. Google.
A lot of people, they use Dr.
I call it the librarian called Google.
So Marina said, cold press mastication juicer. What is that?
Oh, it's a juicer.
Oh, okay.
What is Nama do? Isn't Nama it's a machine?
Is it?
It's the best machine. Oh, it's the machine. I have to Google that. Marina, I need a new machine to make my smoothies. So I have to, and I've been looking and I can't make up my mind. I was even going to say which one to get. So I maybe will look at it. I need a machine to make my smoothie. I actually broke the one I had.
Oh,
that's another situation.
There it is.
I took that machine and I put it on the step to go into the garage, and I said, well, I guess you're leaving.
That's another step, right? I know.
That was another highlight. Yeah. So you're leaving. As soon as I go outside, I'm putting you outside. You good?
The machine knows. Like,
Yeah, it died. So
and
Nama is the best machine. Okay, I look for it.
Stacey says, Savvy shines is not to give energy. Savvy shines is not to give energy.
That's
okay.
So,
Savvy
you
first.
didn't say that. You said it has energy in it. So regroup and repeat. Regroup and repeat. the thing is, and it gives you energy, and you were jumping up and down, and you're getting a lot of energy. So there must be energy in it. There's a combination of things that makes it. So let's check the energy level.
Natural energy.
Anyway, guys, you guys, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much. Arigato.
Arigato. Thank you for coming.
Yeah,
I trust that we gave you some diamonds to today, because a lot of you, Marina and Christy, and these were powerful highlights.
That's right. I'll read it. People still here. Christy, Stacy, Don, Ezra, Aman, Colleen, right? And everybody just take out your time to join live our Sunday self-care show. We just thank you so much.
We
huge thanks.
Appreciate you. Yeah, we appreciate you taking the time to join us, because it's nice to have you and interacting with us. And even when I told you guys Colleen's secret about her dog, it's funny. She's shy. She wouldn't come and talk about the dog, but when she tells me, that was a highlight. When she told me about the dog, I'm walking around thinking, I can hear the dog answering her back. Oh, yeah. And I'm thinking, this is weird. Colleen and her dog. Oh. Highlight. A dog that speaks. So bye, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you, and we're happy and grateful that you came to stop around and have a chat with us today. I am sending an email. I think we should do it at 12 o'clock. Is that too late for you guys?
12? Yep. I think I do have I'll make a time.
Okay. Bye,
guys.
Take care.
All right. Bye.